Shara Bullet reflects on his unanimous decision loss to Michael Venom Page yesterday. He claims he fought with a quote-unquote nightmarish health condition. Shara issued the following statement on his Instagram. It reads, "The pirate sails into the harbor, but I will return. I knew all the risks stepping in there with such a nightmarish health condition and preparation. I felt that despite everything, I could still win, but it didn't work out, and that's it. Thank you to the UFC organization for this opportunity and to everyone involved. I wanted to put on a show and meet expectations without canceling the fight. Thank you to everyone who stands by me in any situation." After Nassourdine Imavov secured a knockout victory over Israel Adesanya, he stated that he believes he has earned the next middleweight title shot. However, at the post-fight press conference, Dana White suggested that a potential matchup between Imavov and Khamzat Chimaev could be next. Dana White also addressed Conor McGregor's potential return to the UFC, stating there is no clear timeline for his comeback.
Would you ever put Nassourdine Imavov versus Khamzat for a #1 contender fight? I spoke to Nassourdine backstage. He didn't want to answer that question. He said that he's waiting for the winner of Dricus versus Strickland.
Who doesn't want to answer the question? Imavov?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I mean, the fight just happened 30 minutes ago. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but there's lots of possibilities. And yes, that's definitely one of them. I thought Izzy looked incredible right up until he got caught. Looked good. Was picking him apart, staying on the outside. Takedown defense was incredible. Chopping that calf kick, the whole first round. He couldn't have had a better first round, and then he got caught.
Do you feel it's one of those things where, like, he got caught, or is it one of those things where age might be catching up to him, he might be slowing down? Which one do you think it could be?
Listen, getting caught is getting caught. He's 35. Imavov is 28 years old. He's in his prime.
That said, it was an amazing first round. Anyone trying to count out Israel as being competitive in this division is probably incorrect at this point.
I agree. No, he looked incredible. I mean, you couldn't have fought a better first round than he did.
Any news about Conor? Is he coming back soon?
Conor?
Yeah.
Not sure when Conor will be back.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Michael Bisping believes Israel Adesanya's reign at the top has come to an end. Following his loss to Nassourdine Imavov, Izzy has now suffered 3 consecutive defeats and has won just 1 out of his last 5 fights. During the post-fight show, Bisping stated the biggest takeaway is that it's over. Israel Adesanya's reign as a champion, I don't think will come again. I say that with the greatest respect, and I truly mean that. An original, an incredible fighter, a legend of the sport, a future Hall of Famer, but his time at the top is done. The career that he's had is legendary, but more importantly, the man's an original. The man is unique. Yes, we've seen great kickboxers, and we'll see more great kickboxers, but the people that have the flair, the charisma, did they put on the show that Israel Adesanya does? From the walkouts to the post-fight speeches that we saw when he beat Alex Pereira, and that gave you chills? I will never forget that. Everybody remembers watching that for the first time, doing the breakdancing on the way out, the whole light show and all the rest of it. Yeah, okay, the knockouts are memorable, they're incredible, they're amazing, right? When you combine it with everything else, I mean, the man's an absolute superstar. He really is. Of course, the second best middleweight of all time, without a shadow of a doubt. He'll say the #1, but that's what we do. We're fighters. We'll always say that we're #1. A long career at the highest level has a lot of wear and tear on the body, and not just the fights, the training camps. The training camps are worse than the fights. A fight is won and you might go out there. We've seen Israel Adesanya just destroy people, use the leg kicks, just pimp them, you beat them easily. But that doesn't happen in the training camp. Otherwise, you don't improve. You get worse. You build bad habits. You need to be getting pushed and get people taking you down, wrestling you, ground and pounding you, choking you out. You're tweaking ankles and legs. You're taking punches on the chin. When you do this at the highest level, you train accordingly. That's what takes a toll on the body. Yeah, he's taking some lumps and bumps inside of the octagon. He took one tonight, but that combined with the years and years of training to get to this level, that's the problem. That's the issue. Nassourdine Imavov remains adamant that he deserves the next middleweight title shot following his knockout victory over Israel Adesanya. Nassourdine says he has cleaned out the middleweight division, further solidifying his case as the next title challenger.
Once it was done, it was mission accomplished. Honestly, I said all week long, I said it was another fight. And for me, I have really felt like it was another fight. Yeah, of course, it's going to be something big. I mean, it's going to kind of explode, the social network, the media. But, you know, I'm always surrounded by my family, my close ones, so that thing's not going to change. I think we are at the max. I just finished striking, the best striker in the UFC. I've done what no one have done before, So, done the max. In one way, I wanted to prove also that I have my seat between the best striker in the UFC. I've been started by boxing. I have a very good striking, and it was the chance for me to prove it. Of course, I've been cleaning the division, 4 fights in 1 year, 2 top 5 by finishes, 2 top 10. I think I deserve the belt. We're gonna celebrate, we're gonna enjoy the ride, we're gonna take some rest. Like I said before, being surrounded by a close one on a daily basis is very important to me. And in this case of victory, it's even better.
Daniel Cormier believes Islam Makhachev may be taking on a bigger challenge than he realizes by calling out Dricus du Plessis. Islam currently competes at 155 pounds. He would need to move up 2 weight classes to face Dricus, who fights at 185 pounds. His motivation for the jump stems from his desire to become a 2-division champion, while avoiding a potential fight with his close friend Bilal Muhammad, the reigning welterweight champion. This week, Islam and Dricus exchanged words. Islam expressed his confidence in his ability to defeat Dricus after analyzing his fighting style. In response, Dricus wished him luck, but asserted that his size and strength would be too much for Islam to handle. DC acknowledged that while Islam undergoes a significant weight cut to reach 155, he likely does not exceed 185 pounds outside of training camp. In contrast, he estimates that Dricus walks around at 220 pounds, making the potential matchup far more physically demanding for Islam than he might anticipate.
We have seen him beat Sean Strickland. We have seen him finish Robert Whittaker. At some point, we have to respect Dricus du Plessis. I think Islam respects him. I don't know that Islam would understand how hard it would be to fight a guy of that size. I think this guy might weigh 220 when he's not making weight. You know, many people talk about the amount of weight that the Russians cut. And Islam cuts weight to make 155. But I don't know that even on his heaviest days, he weighs 185. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think that he can do it. I just think that it's much harder than I think anyone understands to go up 2 weight classes. Pereira did it at 185 to 205. But even the fact that we talk about him going up to heavyweight, it's kind of crazy. Now, I get he has skills, but that would be very, very tough. And I believe he can do anything. You guys know how much I respect Makhachev. And I think he can do anything that he sets his mind to. But that ask is so big. Because again, Dricus has to weigh 215, 220. Dricus could never make lightweight. Never. I don't know the last time he weighed 155. So guys, I don't know what would happen. But I do know that there are weight classes for a reason, guys.
2 weeks ago, a video surfaced of Paddy Pimblett sparring another fighter, Dennis Frimpong, during which Paddy applied a rear naked choke and refused to release it despite Frimpong tapping out. The footage quickly went viral, with many fans questioning Paddy's sportsmanship and his decision to continue holding the choke. Paddy recently uploaded a video to his YouTube channel titled "Settling Online Beef with a Bully" and explained his side of the story. Paddy reveals how the beef between him and Dennis Frimpong started.
Seen a lot of people giving me for keeping hold of the choke. I'm going to give you the full story now, and then I'm never going to speak about it ever again. He was bullying 2 of the lads who come to my gym, Jake and George, who were like my little brothers, train with them every day. I had something against them just for that anyway, as you all know, I don't like bullies. Then when he fought George in the final of the comp, he was saying mad stuff to George, saying your grandma's going to go to hell, well, in hell, because his grandma's dead. All that stuff rubbed me up the wrong way, and then George beat him up for 4 rounds and subbed him in the 4th. That's always been there in the back of my mind, annoying me. We kept going back and forth. I ended up saying, come on, let's get a spar on, let's do it. I said to him as well, lad, I'm going on holiday for 2 weeks, so let's do it before I go on holiday. And he said no. First day I'm on holiday, flew on the 1st of Jan, on the 2nd of Jan, he puts a video up talking shit. while I'm sitting by the pool, I just look at my phone and go, oh my God. I see him, Dennis, commenting back to a lot of people saying Paddy won't come, he hasn't got the balls, this and that. I spoke to one of his teammates who said, Pad, we're not happy that he's not doing it, we're going to speak to him. And then 3 minutes after I got that message back off a fighter from Manny Top Team, Dennis messaged me back saying get down tomorrow 12. And we both agreed we don't stop until someone's unconscious. Taps don't count, quitting to strikes doesn't count. We just go until someone's out cold. To be honest, I think he'd give me the choke. He stuck his neck out to give me the choke because he didn't want to get flattened out and ground and pounded until he was unconscious. But took the choke, and as we all know, if you get choked unconscious, you just wake back up.
Israel Adesanya rewatches his KO loss to Nassourdine Imavov. He posted the footage to his Instagram. He wrote as real as it gets. Rolled the dice, snake eyes. I'll be back. Going to get some milk.
Oh, wait, don't watch it yet. Oh, the speed. Don't watch it yet, don't watch it yet, don't watch it yet. Oh, now you can watch it. Yeah, every time. Let me just. Now watch it. Raw, this is raw. The speed.
Nassourdine Imavov fighting the number 2, Israel Adesanya.
The speed. So good.
From Adesanya. Chopping the legs early in round 2.
You okay? Because he already just rested from the thing.
Straight back to work.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, fair game. Fair game. Niggas doing the triple splits.
One shot to kill a legend. That was unbelievable.
Adesanya's not happy though.
I'm still alive.
What a moment in the career.
Oh, yo, pops. Seconds. Oh, that's how the game goes.
In an interview after the fight, Izzy says he's unsure what's next for him in his MMA career. During the UFC post-fight show, Izzy said, disappointed. I hate disappointing my fans and my team. My team's still proud of me for the work that I put into this. It's just the thrill and agony. I don't think it's for them to know. You have to be really in it to know. Only a privileged few will ever get to this point and understand. To be able to feel something so great, but also able to feel something so deep and so frustrating. It's a lovely game, but it's a stupid game at the same time. He must be excited to beat a guy like me. But again, I felt good. Round 1, I was in control of everything. In hindsight, maybe I should have taken some time. I just didn't want him to rest because I knew he was tired. I didn't want him to rest. But again, hindsight is 20/20. I don't know what's next. I have to chill and then think about things. I'll relax for a little bit, just help the teammates who have fights coming up, and see what I want to do. I was going to do that anyway, but now I'm forced to. Shout out to Nassourdine for that. Petr Yan and Aljamain Sterling will be the coaches for ALF Global Reality, a Russian spin-off of The Ultimate Fighter. It was originally supposed to be Petr versus Merab Dvalishvili, however Merab backed out. Petr and Aljo crossed paths today, and Petr handed him an Oscar. This gesture comes after their controversial fight in 2021, where Yan was disqualified for an illegal knee. Aljo's reaction to the injury led many fans to mock him, claiming he was acting and exaggerated the severity of the situation.
Вручает Оскара. Вручение Оскара. Как вы помните, бой Петра и Стерлинга закончился сомнительно.
Sean Strickland responds to criticism from MMA fans. Fans have criticized Sean for promoting himself as a fighter who will approach bouts aggressively like a killer, but his in-cage performance often contrasts with that image. Sean faces significant criticism for relying heavily on jabs and teeps in his fights, with fans expressing disappointment over his style. In an interview with Brett Okamoto, Sean explains why he fights this way. He said the difference is, when you're fighting world-class fighters, like we had Johnny Eblen out of Bellator here, you watch me and Johnny fight, it is a f***ing chess match. It's like world-class level striking meets world-class level striking. You can watch the pinnacle of any sport, and it's like, why is it different? Because I'm fighting the very best. You bring anybody in here who's not a top world champion, yeah, f***ing easy peasy. But if you bring in an elite level striker who has been training their entire life for this moment, it's a chess match. Michael Venom Page is willing to move up to light heavyweight to face Jiri Prochazka. After making a successful transition from welterweight to middleweight, where he defeated Shara Bullet by unanimous decision at UFC Saudi Arabia, MVP now aims for an even greater challenge by stepping up to 205 pounds. He went on to say, "I'm the kind of person that would move up another division and fight someone like Jiri Prochazka because it's an exciting fight. The most spins ever? Yeah, the most spins, like two tornadoes clashing. I've said it from the beginning that I want to make a lot of noise. I haven't got the highlight that I've wanted just yet, but if I can keep getting these exciting matchups, then why not?"
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos.
Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one says Alex is older than Izzy and only getting better. Izzy fans crying. The second one's in reference to Marvin Vettori's reaction to Izzy losing. He said the only way that Izzy could get a win is if he fights him. It says, did Vettori just roast himself? And the final one's from Doom Studios. It says, with Volk getting his rematch with Topuria in April, I'm not prepared to see him potentially getting KO'd again.
Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.